How's it going?
Scootolithid here, gonna give you 5 ways to spice up your combat, your different encounters, the stuff that the players might come across. So first thing is to, if you have NPCs with you, or if you encounter NPCs, spice up those NPCs. Give them personalities, give them different ways to attack. Give them something that is different than normally, you know, this NPC is going to go up and attack and roll damage and that's done. You know, give him some quirk. Maybe he likes to throw barrels. Maybe he likes to jump off tables and do flying kicks. I mean, you know, add some different, just different dynamics to the NPC, you know, and make him do different stuff than just, you know, running up and just attacking. Next thing is be sure to change up your monsters. You don't want the players to go through a 2 or 3 hour session fighting the same monster over and over again. First off, that gets boring for the players, and also it gets boring for you as a DM, having the same monsters, having the same AC and same hit points every time the players come in contact with them. Maybe have the bandits hire some mercenaries to help them out. Maybe they train dogs or dire wolves. Have, instead of just having people with swords run up and attack the players, maybe have some rangers put in tactical spots, or some spellcasters in the back throwing spells onto the party while they're dealing with the up front, the meat. So just make sure to change up your monsters. Just don't have it the same monster every encounter that they come to. Also keep in mind of where they are. If they're in a forest, they're going to meet certain forest enemies, certain forest monsters than you would if you were in the ocean or near the shore or in a desert. Keep in mind when you're going through the monster manual, it shows in there the terrain that they came from. So try to match, you know, try to fit their terrain to where the monster would be. Would a kobold be in this place? You know, would bandits be in this place? You know, think realistically of where these monsters would appear and where would they be in your world. And I've said it again, be visual with the attacks. So a half-orc runs up and he body slams the bandit onto the ground and then he stomps on his face and kills him. Now you can say that, you know, roll attack damage, you know, you stomp on him and he's dead. Instead, be visual. You know, you're running in a rage of anger, kicking up dirt behind you as you're running up, and you make full contact, crushing the chest of this enemy. As he falls down prone, he slumps to the ground, and dust falls up, and you stomp on his head, and you can feel the weight of his skull cracking as the pressure that you put down. So be visual when you're talking about these combat encounters. Now, you don't have to go real in-depth with every single piece of combat that happens if a player misses or if a player hits, but just here and there add in that visual spectrum. On top of that, being visual, when a player rolls a natural 20 and you look down and you see, okay, this enemy only has 4 health left, he's gonna die no matter what he rolls. You know, let the player decide how it's gonna look. Let the player tell everyone else how it's gonna go down. How is he gonna swing his axe and completely chop him in half? Is he going to, you know, stab him with a pike and hang him up in the air? You know, let the player decide, you know, how it's going to play out when he finally finishes this enemy that he just rolled a natural 20 on. Instead of having all the enemies on one flat ground fighting each other, add some different levels, some different dynamics. Maybe there's a second floor that the rangers are throwing down arrows on top of the party. Maybe there is a hidden door that they can't find that spells keep getting launched at them. You know, add different levels instead of, you know, just it's one flat surface. Because you got to think when you're creating your world, it's not just one flat surface. There's going to be terrain and mountains and hills and meadows and all different kinds of things in your world that's going to make the terrain a lot different. So maybe they're trying to run up a hill and attack the creatures that are on top of it, raining down on these players that are trying to overcome this hill. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe they're on top of the hill, raining down on enemies. So try to just change up the different terrain and stuff and the different levels just to keep the players on their toes. So that's it for me, guys. If you have any other ideas of how to spice up some combat and make it interesting, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from everyone and their different tips and ideas of, you know, how to make those combat encounters a really enjoyable thing. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you have a good day, good night wherever you are, and I will see you guys later.